Hey, 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 or should I say, ho, ho, ho. It's me, Matt Rogers, and in the words of another Christmas icon, it's time. I'm back with my new nationwide tour, Matt Rogers, Christmas in December. Yes, it's time to remember when Christmas is. I'm hitting the road all December with Henry Kapersky and the whole band performing my album, Have You Heard of Christmas, along with a bunch of other little surprises. So if you're in LA, San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, Philadelphia, DC, New York City, Boston, Toronto, Chicago, or, yes, Orlando, Florida, I want to see your gorgeous ass. Go to mattrogersofficial.com or head to my Instagram at mattrogersthough and hit the link in my bio. Until then, stream the album, get your look together, and get ready to deck the damn halls at a venue near you. Christmas in December, you in my heart. XOXO. Me, Matt. Look, man. Where? Oh, I see. Wow. Oh, my. Bowen, look over there. Wow, is that culture? Yes. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Yeah. Las Culturistas.
Ding dong. Las Culturistas calling. What do you think is in the air right now?
Fall.
Fall. Spooky season for sure.
I haven't been spooked at all. Can I say that's not been a part of it?
I think we're about to get spooked, though. We're about to go to New Orleans for our friend Joel Kim Booster's bachelor party.
Did you know it's gay? It's New Orleans gay Halloween weekend.
I think someone knew. Someone in the group knew. Otherwise, they wouldn't have picked New Orleans for that week. I think this is all very intentional. Certainly not on our parts. We're just along for the ride.
It's targeted. But here's the thing about gay weekend vacation. It just so happens I faced this in P-Town too, because it's like the thing about New Orleans and also P-Town is, well, maybe more New Orleans than P-Town, but they talk about the food in New Orleans. And so I'm really going to want to center your gumbo, your
beignets, your andouille,
and more. You know what I mean?
The food.
And then at the same time, it's like a gay Halloween weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't want to necessarily be full of the bouillabaisse when you're trying to shake that ace.
Well, I want that's really good. I want a boula to get me in the base.
You want a bula really in your base. Well, bula in my base.
Don't you want that bula base? You got that bula base.
Oh my God, Ratatouille would love this song, but I have to say that he wouldn't, because that's not his name.
His name is Remy.
Which, do you remember finding that out? Holy fuck!
That felt like that was when you knew that movie was for adults. It wasn't a Pixar movie for kids.
That it was firing on other cylinders.
Well, that the title is a peasant vegetable dish and not the cute little mouse.
Yeah.
Like that was when Pixar went, this one's a thinker. And it's not. Yeah. And we're gonna trick the kids into the theater with these little mice and the posters, him, surrounded by knives against a door. I don't remember that ever happening in the movie. Then it becomes a whole treatise on art and the joy of cooking and romance in Paris. So Ratatouille doesn't have any, I would say, Cajun New Orleans food in it.
Can I tell you something? I've never seen it.
Are you serious?
I don't really Can I come out and say something?
Are you serious?
I don't really watch the Disney movies. I don't watch the Disney movies. I'm serious. I don't. They're not a part of my culture that I consume.
Wait.
I don't do that. I don't do the Disney films. I'm not like, I don't.
What is this?
I don't watch the movies. I like to go on the rides. It's a common misconception.
What was the last Disney movie you saw?
Well, get this. In today's episode of the podcast, we have Demi Lovato on, famous Disney star, turned very Remy from Ratatouille narrative, used to be a Disney star, is now for gay adults.
Mm-hmm.
Very Remy narrative. But in this episode, which you're about to hear, this is really just a little appetizer if we're going with the Remy meal metaphor, which we are, and we will
Is
keep
Remy
doing.
for gay adults?
For me, when I go to Epcot, Remy's for gay adults.
Sure, it's this gay adult, and we should just also clear up. Bouillabaisse is a French stew, and it's not Cajun. We also must. We're gonna get reamed by the cooks out there.
Oh no, reamed by the cooks. I don't hate that suggestion.
I don't hate the sound of that.
See you this weekend, you fucking fags.
I would love a chef to fuck me.
Oh, I would love a chef to fuck me. You know, have I ever been fucked by a chef?
No.
Let me think about that. While I am, I was going to say Demi Lovato mentions the movie Soul in this episode,
Yes.
the Disney movie Soul. That maybe was the last like Disney one. No, I did see that, and I remember leaving being like, eh.
Well, that came out during COVID. So you left the room. You left the room that you watched it in and went,
No, I mean, I watched it. I remember I watched it in my LA apartment, and I was just like, this one wasn't really in for me. I kind of need either one of two things, like a lot of music or a big gay villain who dies in like an overdrawn way. I've talked about this on the show. If you don't give me either one of those things, it's like not the Disney movie for me, but it is the Disney movie for Demi Lovato, which she says in the episode. And I'm so happy for her for that reason and the new album. You know?
I'm very happy for the new album for her and for myself. I'm happy for everybody. I really am. I think this is a moment we're not playing here. I think this is a moment for the culture where if we do right by this album, we're not being like paid to say this. Like if we do right by this album as a culture, as a community, we will be okay. I genuinely believe that.
And let me tell you something. They try to pay us to say things. And we always say no.
Actually, besides the ads
the ads that we're paid to say.
By the way,
they try to tell us to say.
They try to tell us, and sometimes they do, and it works in the ads. But first of all, any ad you get for like the military or for some quote unquote agency in this fucking country of ours is not something that we ever put on the show, and we actually do have a connection every week, and we do like bring it up to the fucking top brass and we're like, take this off.
Oh yeah. If you ever hear like an ad for the Air Force on this podcast, please let us know, because
wait a minute.
We will fly right in, as it were.
Yeah, I wanted to say something.
What do you want to say?
Nothing. Well, I'll tell you later.
See
what? We're not being authentic.
No, this is between Bowen and I.
This is between me and Matt.
We're having a big Demi era, that's for sure.
Well, I'm saying if we do right by this album, it's not that deep. Out this Friday, October 24th, you will really, really be happy. I think we will be dancing during spooky season. There will be something to really bring the community together on Halloween. No matter what the community is, no matter how you
listen to me. My lips, your lips, take me to the chorus. I kiss for fun. It's fun to kiss. Lyrics, music and lyrics. A movie starring Hugh Grant and Drew Barrymore. Also, the things that this album excels at. Music and lyrics. I really think you'll enjoy. Well, it's actually so crucial that an album excel at both music and lyrics. It's actually Real Culture number 9. It's actually so crucial that an album excel at both music and lyrics.
I would say this one does it in spades.
Oh yeah.
Any other updates? I think we are really loving this. We've done this a couple of times in the past, right? I think for the Cate Blanchett episode, we did a little 30-minute chunk up top of just my sister and I to keep things up to date. And I really dig this. I really like this.
Well, I basically I was really excited today because it's a very fall day, and I sort of got to dress in this new fall way, because I don't know if you know by looking at me, but I clearly went to the Red Hook Flea.
They sell zip-up Missoni vests at the Red Hook Flea.
Look at this. Can you just get into it?
You look amazing.
I saw it, and Melissa was like, I think you need that. And I was like, I don't know. Now, take me to the chorus.
You look like you're about to be a really handsome 3-episode arc on Succession, if that show were still on.
Thank you so much. I do feel a little bit like what Jeremy Strong like would wear outside of like the boardroom in that show.
Yes, yes. Jeremy Strong's
Sometimes,
style icon, by the way. He looked amazing this
oh,
weekend at
by
the
the
Academy
way,
Gala.
so did you, but I didn't even really know what that event was, and it was like a fashion event.
Yes, they are trying to make it sort of like a West Coast version of another famous museum gala.
The Met
And
Gala.
yes, but I don't want to compare it to, and I'm not
I
really
do. I want to compare.
okay. But truly, what a fun night, and some looks returned. Nikki Campbell had a fun, snarky thing to say about my outfit, and it felt like a dream come true.
Nikki Campbell is constantly saying I'm in the wrong color.
Right,
And what I want to say to him is that color
you're
is
colorblind.
subjective.
Color.
Also, I'm sorry, but he recently said something was good that was bad. And I'm like, see, it's subjective.
There you go. No, no, no. Something about things about like Nikki Campbell is really helping me get back to that place that I took for granted during the fashion police era, where I'm like, I disagree with this opinion, and that's okay. And this
Yeah.
actually applies to every kind of thing in life. Hopefully.
I'm actually going to bravely say what I thought was bad that he thought was good. And a
Okay.
lot of
Okay.
people are talking about it. And I do think it's culture and I do think it's gay culture. And so
Here we go.
I respect the parties involved for creating gay culture with this. And I
Hmm.
do think it's smart for the movie. But what Alexander Skarsgård just wore to the it was
Hmm.
like a white almost halter top and
Yes,
like black leather pants with he looked hot, but that top didn't look right on him.
I disagree. But see,
You
we're
disagree.
okay.
All
I
right.
thought it looked amazing. I thought it looked
Maybe I just
incredible.
I don't maybe I'm wrong because then actually I
No,
did look at then I looked at again like 2 days later and I was like okay I mean it is working like I am a little
you
horny
got a
for
chub.
this. I
Yeah.
definitely had a chub but I was like is that Alexander Skarsgård especially him being so fluid or is that the look and I don't think it's the look. I think he was very sexy in spite of the look.
Hmm. Interesting.
See that's
Are
like that's where I come in on it.
I let me pull this girl up.
Pull it up again. Because I'm in discussion. I just don't know about the way that the top looks. Are you looking
No,
at it?
it's yeah, it's giving like Donna
You love it.
Karen. I think the dart, it's not a dart, but it's like I think the stitch like the way that there's like stitching like up and along, up and down
God, he is
is
such a hot. Okay, you know what? Forget I said
he looks
anything.
amazing.
He
Like
does look amazing.
what do you
He also
mean?
could do no wrong. I mean, is he number one? God, you go on Google images of Alexander Skarsgård, and it's really a treat. It's actually real culture number four. You go on Google
Google
images of
images,
Alexander Skarsgård, and
Skaarsgard,
it's
and it's
really a
really a
treat.
treat. And
I don't
I'm
know.
sure a gem of a human being as well. Good enough for
I've
Jack
heard,
McBrayer. Good enough
I've
for
heard
us.
this. Well, they're like iconic besties.
I know.
Jack
Jack,
McBrayer,
come on the pod.
a front runner for best vibes, hands down.
Oh, yes. That man is a vibe.
He's he's really good. He's really fun.
I really enjoy him. I just have to say that.
Yeah,
Um,
wait.
let's see. Oh,
I'm like
can you just shout
really,
out?
yeah. I'm sorry. While you were doing that, I was still feeling the frisson about Alexander Skarsgård, and I had a thought run
No.
through my head, which was I should make him my phone background, but I think that's a bridge too far
Why is that?
because I'm like a grown man.
Well, look at him. Oh, okay. So a couple of things. First of all,
Yeah.
congratulations on another amazing banner week on the Today Show with Jenna.
Oh, thank you.
Um, you were fabulous as always. A lot of hot employees on the staff, crushing on my friend Matt Rogers.
Really?
Didn't you guys had a whole thing where like
Oh,
one of
no,
Jenna's
she was saying that her one of her mom friends was like, I
oh,
like Matt Rogers. I have a crush on Matt
I
Rogers.
thought it was this. I thought it was someone on staff. Okay, they would
No,
never be
it was
so
like
unprofessional.
it was like her former assistant was
I
texting her
see it.
current assistant, I wish Matt Rogers was straight, which is such a kind thing to say when you're a straight woman. No, I really do. I take that as a compliment. But then she was saying that she was around a bunch of mom friends who were saying they like me on the show.
There you
And
go.
I mean, like, I love going and doing the show. I just don't think they're gonna want to pay anyone to do that job.
I know,
Like, that's
'cause
my thing is everyone's like, when is it gonna be official? I'm like, I'm not thinking of it
I
like that.
think I think there are a lot of factors surrounding this that are out of our control in
Yeah.
this area. Um, to speak only on to speak whatever we'll end it there. But I also want to say really quickly, I have to commend the work of friend of the pod, Brooke Ashley. I have
Hmm.
been wrapped in her
Oh my
storytelling
God.
when it comes to the Osefo scandal of it all. I don't think we have to spend too much time on this, but it is real. I am thinking about this situation a lot. Very, 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 um, very unfortunate for a lot of reasons. If you don't know, um, one of the Real Housewives of Potomac, Wendy Osefo, and her husband Eddie Osefo, uh, were were are allegedly in this sort of insurance fraud scheme that is just super unfortunate. They apparently allegedly staged a burglary, reported these goods stolen, were then seen returning the goods, but actually not seen. They then returned these allegedly stolen goods to the retailer before the burglary allegedly took place, and then Wendy was seen on social media with a piece of jewelry after the burglary.
Yeah, they were arrested. I
They were
mean, they were
arrested.
arrested on multiple counts of felonies and other misdemeanors, but all relating to insurance fraud. And this is the first, I guess, guest of our show that's been arrested for felony
Yes.
crimes. I really hope this is some kind of mistake that can get cleared up, but also I don't think they go out of their way to make a full-blown arrest, like especially one that's as public as this, without there being something. I will say the thing that makes me saddest about this
Is the
is,
children.
well, yes, obviously, but also like we saw them try a lot of ways to make money. You know what I mean? Like she
Hmm.
came in with this full blown, identity as a professor, as someone who was very well educated, famously 4 degrees. Um, she also has a career as a commentator, a political commentator. She was trying to do a talk show. She tried to do a home essentials line. There's now the weed business. Like these are people that we saw try many different ways to make money, and I don't know how successful those were or how things look on the outset, but I just think it's really sad that people that are as smart as this or as accomplished as this and as that presented as such, different types of people um, felt that they needed to do something like this. And I really hope that I'm rooting for their innocence. And I think the whole thing is really sad because I'm a Dr. Wendy fan. And the final thing
I,
I want to say is I blame Giselle. I blame
I blame
Giselle.
Giselle. Oh, I absolutely blame Giselle and Robin.
I blame
I know
Giselle.
Robin
I
hasn't
blame
been on the
Robin.
show
I
a couple of
blame
seasons.
Ashley. I blame them
Oh,
all.
Ashley Darby remains one of the dumbest people to ever
You
live.
posted that story of her being like, so I'm going to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and it's not really a partisan thing. It's like, I mean, kind of is when you,
Oh, according to who, Ashley?
according to her, I
According
guess, in that moment.
one of our great minds. I'm sorry. I go for how stupid these two people are, and it is sad that like I still whatever. I also root for Wendy. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. I root for
I
Wendy. I
mean,
think this is so shocking and so unfortunate for whatever happens, whatever the truth is. I mean, none of it is right, but there are so many things about this that are wrong, but I just think, on a human level, it's like you never, it's just terrible system that we live in, right? That like motivates this kind of thing. That's all.
I just think, how the fuck did they think they were going to get away with it if that's what they were doing? Like, it's like,
Amex doesn't play. Insurance doesn't play. Like insurance will come
no.
after you. They anything above what like $400, $500? No, what like the charge was insurance fraud over $300. Like anything above that,
so basically they claimed up to
$400,000. Yeah,
$450,000 in
yeah,
stolen goods because that was what their insurance policy like required they
covered. Yeah, yeah.
claim if you know what I mean, like, so even that just like barely getting over that little, you know, it's just all of it feels a little too dumb, which is why I'm hoping
It's a mistake.
there can be something else that comes out that clears them, just because I'm so devastated for their very young children. They have
Yes.
adorable family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and you know, I've always been a Wendy fan, but then, you know, who the fuck knows? We don't know these people.
I mean, Brian Moylan did a great breakdown on his Housewives bulletin on Vulture, just like the tiers of lying that happens on Housewives, and I think just that just happened in real life, but like this is the most serious. I mean, it goes from like simple misunderstandings to like embellishing the truth all the way down to like criminal things, right? And
Mm,
late like the recent examples of this are perhaps this Wendy situation, certainly the Katie Janela of it all on OC,
yeah.
and classically Monica Garcia. Like just like there's just the thing, but the thing at the root of all this is just not being able to reconcile like the real life versus what is being shown on TV, like the gilded exterior of what you want to show on a television show, which is different than social media where you can just control things. You are handing over the edit to people that are not out there to make you look good.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I guess, like, I think that's what's the darkest about it is it's just like clearly like what was motivating them was like material stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was kind of like, well, at least this is a crime that doesn't harm anyone. You know, like Jen Shah's crimes like explicitly
Yes,
harmed people. Like, so it's, and then I was thinking, yeah, but I mean, it harmed their kids.
I know, I
That's
know.
the thing that sucks is like the only people this harms are your family. I thought about her mother,
Yeah.
like, because she's got like, you know, like a tough relationship with her mom. She was really hemming and hawing about leaving her job as a professor. Her mother is a Nigerian immigrant. Like, she even wrote a book about this experience. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is like a hardworking, like, very smart woman who tried a lot of things. And it almost made me feel like, oh God. And even Whitney Rose, like, opening up on Salt Lake about her business failing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do
Mm-hmm.
think there's some layer that's being pulled back now about, because it did feel like about 4 or 5 years ago, there was like this Housewives resurgence again. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like Salt Lake doing so well and being in headlines, and then like, you know, BravoCon exploding the way it did. Like, it felt like an industry again that was really motivating these entrepreneurial attempts by the women. And one dark side of that is that a lot of that is going to fail. And so I think that it's honestly saving Whitney on the show because it felt like that cast was getting so crowded
Mm-hmm.
for her to come out and be like, "Hey, I am going to be really honest about this.
Yeah.
Like, I did not succeed." And
Mm-hmm.
she was not shy at the time about being like, "Justin lost his job. I'm putting everything into this." So then on by the same token, for her to now come in and be like, "Hey, all that stuff I said, that was real. I really did sink a lot of my stuff and it failed,"
Yeah.
is like making her,
It's
you
kind of,
know,
yeah, it gives her this really new thing to play with. I don't think we've seen a lot of this in the Housewives franchises. I think she's
no
being
honesty about
very,
failure. No.
I know. It's actually it's very refreshing. We've always rooted for Whitney here.
Love
Um
Whitney.
we love Whitney and especially loved her conversation with Brittany. Um I mean,
Haunting.
haunting, haunting. But
But can we say we love Brittany? But
yes,
Brittany, like, we are all Whitney in that moment, shaking you, being like, you absolutely cannot date this man any further if your daughter is saying it's a hard line in the sand. Like, you cannot. And then the next step, she's like, we are back together. I was like,
Brittany, if you're listening, we say this with just love. I know you've been probably getting so much, caustic feedback from just the public, and that is an awful sensation, and that is completely disorienting, telling you how to be a parent. We are not necessarily here to do that, but we're here to tell you in a situation like this where one thing is deleterious of the other, it seems like dating Jared is really harming in a potentially permanent way your relationship with your children. That's all.
And it's going to be documented.
Yes, and that's even more painful.
Well, but you know what though? She's got to show up 54 below. She's going the Luann route.
I love it, but genuinely so talented. Not to say that Luann isn't, or I mean,
here's the thing about Luann. She's a star. I've seen that show 2 times. I don't know if I'd call her a vocal talent, but I would call her a star.
Oh, an icon. And I took down my post where it was Bravo OMG posting about how Luann was cast as the Cowardly Lion. I took it down because it was taking jabs at her quote unquote male voice, and I was like, okay, I don't want to do that.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But I mean, I don't want like to like public. I don't know. Like however she feels about that. I don't want that to be.
You're like being sensitive about a comment about someone's
gender,
vocal timbre yeah. I mean that you're being sensitive, but you know,
gendering the timbre.
Luann has a man's voice is a well-trod territory.
And I don't want to keep grooming a well-trod path. So anyway, but we're just saying we love Luann as well. We're just saying
one thing I'm saying about you is you're always grooming the path of the untrodden.
I'm grooming a new path.
You're always grooming. That's what I always say about Bowen. He is always grooming. I see him out here grooming.
Yes. Well,
I've been getting remember when I told you about that allergy around my eye?
Yes. How's it going?
You know what it is? It's just that I can't use any like makeup or anything that's like scented, I guess. I have to use all clean products. I don't know when this happened.
Great.
Like right now, I kind of like, I have to say, like, this is my office. So I'm in my New York apartment and I'm really happy where I put my desk because the light is really, I'm so satisfied to have good Zoom lighting in here.
That's great.
And
I'm
also,
so
like, we used clean makeup this week for some stuff that we had to do. And I'm like, okay, thank God I'm not breaking out around my eyes because that is frustrating. When something with your skin rears its ugly head, I don't think so honey coated.
But also take the fragrances out of makeup, period.
Right? Why?
I never got that. Unless if you love your fragrance scented makeup, let us know why. We'd love to get some perspective on this.
What if I just started wearing white diamonds?
My Elizabeth Taylor. Yeah, okay, here we go. Talk about Elizabeth Taylor and your new obsession.
White diamonds and lovers are forever. Can I tell you why? Okay, so just to briefly touch on this, if you don't like the song Elizabeth Taylor, 2 things. It's fine. I'm not gonna get intense about it. 1, I just wouldn't want you around like my kids. Like I wouldn't trust you. Like I think you should go. I think you're. I don't trust you. And 2, you're not thinking of it as a Matt Rogers character.
Right. Oh.
If you think of it as a me character, you're going to think Elizabeth Taylor is one of the great songs of the Global Songbook. And if we had to make the list again, it would be in the top 50. People don't understand her mind on Elizabeth Taylor. They're not understanding her mind.
Would you say that the way into the album in general is to think of her on this album as a Matt Rogers character? Yeah.
It could help. No, but here's the thing. Like I think now the dust has kind of settled about it and people can start to talk about this album like human beings. Fate of Ophelia, Elizabeth Taylor, Opalite, Father Figure, the first 4 tracks, that is unreal. Like, that's really good. And then I have the same complaints about Eldest Daughter that everyone else does. But then we're back with Ruin the Friendship. And Ruin the Friendship is classic Taylor. Classic Taylor.
I had a really crazy delayed moment with both Midnights and now in the last couple of days, Evermore. You were always right. I should never doubt you.
Well,
we might not be synchronized in our opinions, but I will maybe meet you we will intersect in them at some point. Who's to say that I won't move past it?
Just to hear you guys finally get on board with like a song like Maroon, which is so good.
I never said Maroon.
What song were you not feeling for Midnights? Lavender Haze?
Yeah, for some reason I wrote off Lavender Haze as like not one of her best openers.
It's a Remy thing. Album. You just had to grow up.
Fuck you. Wait, what does
Don't
Remy
say
mean?
It's a Remy Ratatouille thing.
I know,
Used to
but
be used to be young and for kids. Then one day he fucked.
I don't I don't
Meet me at
understand.
midnight. Ah. No, the production on Lavender Haze goes so hard. Anyway, um, we're
Any
having
other
Jake
update?
Shane on the show next week, and we did a
Yes.
full episode with Jake way before Life of a Showgirl had come out, so we don't
It's
even
a it's
talk
a
about
it's
it.
a wonderful time capsule.
Oh,
That's a fantastic episode. This
oh
is a
yeah.
fantastic episode. Anything else before we throw it over to our conversation with Demi?
Well, I did want to say, speaking of the pop girls, I loved you grinding on Sabrina, and I did just want to ask you, like, for any BTS, when you and Sabrina were sort of rubbing your private parts on each other all day for
Hmm.
comedy, like, how did you break through the awkwardness of that? Was it ever awkward? Are you guys texting a lot now? Are we gonna see Bowen straight enact itself in real life? You and Sabrina Carpenter would be an incredible power couple. I actually think that.
Thank you. Really? What makes you
You're
say?
like the Barry Keoghan of gay guys.
Everyone,
No,
please.
you're not.
No, I'm curious you're not
You kind
totally
of are,
wrong.
actually. You kind of are.
Interesting. Like I started off doing little smaller supporting roles and then I really found like
Now
my
you're at the
thing.
Academy Gala,
And
getting
now
a
I'm
vibes Oscar. Congratulations on your vibes Oscar. That's what we
thank
were
you.
calling it.
You know what was very Barry Keoghan of me was Mr. Lordy and I reconnecting on the flight back to New York. And so
That's really good.
that's very Barry. No, and now I'm running. I was running around my house, my apartment today, fully naked, and I did feel like Barry at the end of Saltburn, a movie that I might someday also come to really enjoy in the
Can
way
I
that
tell you
I do with
something?
Midnights.
I think Saltburn, like looking back, I probably was too hard on that. It's fun. I can't wait for Wuthering Heights.
I can't wait for Wuthering Heights. I want to say that yes, even with Life of a Showgirl, even with a lot of recent releases or not so recent releases, like I think there's a latent period of like wait for this to like congeal in the culture before like I don't come out with like a rushed take anymore.
No, it's just
You
stupid
know?
because honestly, like everyone's so crazy when it first comes out. Like I also just like I said, like I've said a million times, it's just not why music exists, so that people can raise to have a take on it. Even like the Swiftologist, who I've been watching a lot of, like because that's where I'm at, I
He's
guess.
very smart.
He even waits. Like he does his
Yeah.
immediate reaction, and then and it
He
was
waited like
interesting.
he waited 2 weeks for his Showgirl, Life
Yeah,
of
and
Showgirl to be
his
like,
ultimately his opinion is that Life of a Showgirl is mid.
mm-hmm,
And I even think that might change. I don't think it's mid. I think there's one song I don't like canceled at all.
mm-hmm.
I don't like content about cancellation. I don't like I just don't like any I don't like talking about I don't like the word canceled. Like I just don't think it's not
I think Taylor might be aware
forward
that this
thinking.
I think Taylor might be aware that this is her album that she will leave behind as the one where it was like that was her at her most chronically online because the rest of the world was too. Like there's something that I think is true about her earlier work that is more timeless because it was not as online because we weren't as a culture. I think because the culture is bad, we have bad reactions to work that is about the current moment, and therefore people have really strong reactions to it. And
Well, did
I
you
think
hear Sorry, go
this
ahead.
album I think this album will make sense in about a year, which I think all of the like every like sticky piece of work does like at some after a certain latent period. What were you gonna say?
I think it does make sense already because I actually think I think whether or not like you like the explanations because she has given a couple, which you could argue like should you have to explain things for people to get them? But like the first verse of Eldest Daughter, she was like, "No, I'm intentionally speaking in a way that people speak online because it is like." me trying to fit into something that I can't. And then when the song progresses, by the time you get to the bridge, which is like actually a really beautiful bridge, it's actually a really good track five bridge when you stack them all up together. That's actually me speaking the way I really speak because I'm not trying too hard. So basically, she's come out and said if the first verse sounds like it's trying too hard, that's by design. Now,
Yes.
people can have their opinions on that, whatever, but I do think it speaks to a larger thing about the album, which is she didn't write a million songs. She probably wrote like these 12, maybe a few more, and she said, you know what? I'm gonna fucking go for it, and I'm gonna be messy and I'm gonna have people talking. And certainly there are some things in here that like relate to her peers, Charlie. You could argue Olivia with the father figure of it all. I actually think in the movie that she had in theaters, like she pretty directly not she doesn't outright confirm that it's about Olivia,
She
but
says she was on both sides of this dynamic.
she says she's been on both sides of the dynamic, and she also like goes out of her way to say we interpolated father figure by George Michael in the song Father Figure, and we were in communication with them the whole time because that's what you do when you interpolate something and it's great. And that's the right thing to do, which to me is directly speaking to the concerns
Yes.
about the Olivia Rodrigo and why Taylor, Jack, and St. Vincent have writing credit on a song like Deja Vu. So to me, it's like not only is that what this song is about, but she wants people to know, which is a choice. And like, like certainly that's going to be polarizing. But I think that's the point of Life of a Showgirl is I think she wants it to be messy. She said she welcomes the chaos that everyone's takes online. So like, I think she wanted this to be like a chaotic, messy, like pop star showgirl era. Whether or not you think it achieved that is up to everyone's individual opinion, but I think the album does make sense in that way.
Because maybe I don't know. I don't know what her intention is with performing these songs live because she has not done
I
live
have no
performances.
idea. And she says she has no plans to, which I don't know if I believe, but
So I think there's something interesting about just letting these live on the album on the track and not have
yeah,
it like have any sort of life beyond. But what I think is her best music video maybe ever, which is Fit of
ever.
Ophelia.
I
Um,
and I think the song is really good. And I just think you're being disingenuous if you don't listen to the first four songs. Like I understand as the album goes on, like people have their differing feelings. I both agree and disagree on certain levels, but like she opens this album so strong. I love the Fate of Ophelia.
it took me like a lot of Gaga songs. I'll even say it took me a few
Mm.
listens to be like, oh, I get it. But anyway, I
Not on Mayhem though. I
not on
remember like
Mayhem
we did our first listen of Mayhem together.
with
Like
Bobby. Oh,
yeah, that was the best. But that album straight through first time, we were like, "Oh, this is
this is one of her best.
well, that's the album of the year for sure." But you know
Agreed.
what other album I really like, which kind of came out in the midst of all the Life of a Showgirl stuff, is Olivia Dean's album.
That is going to have a really big moment. I think in all the vocal categories will
Hmm.
do very well at the Grammys. I think.
Oh, I
Um,
think Olivia Dean, like Man I Need, deserves to be the song that takes over. Like, I think that I want to see Olivia Dean nominated for Best New Artist. I want
mhm.
to see Olivia Dean. I would love to see that album get love. I think Man I
It
Need,
will.
that could be a Record of the Year, Song of the Year nomination. Like, a song like that, like, because that wasn't like she was some huge name, but I will say I remember a few years ago, maybe it was 2 years ago at Coachella, I was walking by the Gobi tent during the day and Olivia Dean was performing, and I was like, we have to stop. And she sang a song called The Hardest Thing, which I ended up streaming a ton. And there was something really special about her. So watching her get this moment, the music video for Man I Need is so she's like so in her stardom. It's like a little bit more of like an activated Adele.
Hmm, hmm.
Um, Love her.
She will be on SNL as the musical guest right the week after nominations are announced. I think her team, her label, is probably expecting a very impactful showing in the nominations, so that nominations voting or awards voting, whatever, is this is parlaying very nicely.
I might really want to go to that show. What date is that?
November 15th.
Okay. Oh, I'm at BravoCon. Fuck.
Anyway,
that's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a good one. And what else? Wow, we covered a lot of stuff.
We did a lot, and so basically, I just wanted to get on here with Bo because I feel like I know that we're doing a lot of guest episodes, and I just wanted to touch base because so much has been happening, and I want you to hear our voices. But we do have an amazing episode with Demi Lovato right now, who is amongst the albums that we're really enjoying. Also, shout out Lola Young, and I hope she gets well because her album is fantastic too. But yeah, this episode with Demi is a lot of fun.
Enjoy.
Ding dong, Las Culturistas calling. A figure of lore in the Las Cultch universe is here. Truly
a figure of lore. She has the #1 song on the Great Global Songbook. Our 300 song. We've ranked the 300 best songs ever. What
do we always say? Our grandparents had Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Our grandchildren have Cool for the Summer. It's a rule of culture somewhere in there. Let's just call it #1.
It might as well be #1. She did place in the iconic 400 list of 400 most iconic people for our 400th episode anniversary. She beat out Elmo. She beat out Martha Stewart, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think she beat out Holland Taylor.
Just edged out Holland Taylor.
And
then Carrie Fisher was it was Carrie Fisher 149, Demi Lovato 150, Holland Taylor 151. This is hallowed ground. I wonder if we're going to bring our guest in a second because her new album it's not that deep. Like it is deep to us though, because I was telling our guest we had the link to the album in P-Town and they just told us they could see the streams of people listening to the links they sent out, and they were like, "You guys were running it up." I was like, "No, it was serious."
I was ashamed at first, and then I immediately was like, "No, why would I be ashamed of loving something?"
Because did you think they could see it?
Well, I was like, they could see it. Oh my god, it's like when someone can look at your emails or texts. It's like vulnerable when someone can see the number of times you've played.
How much they're obsessed with what you've done probably hits different. And honestly, it's so deserved. We've been a fan from the jump, and it's going to be a huge Demi era, so let's talk about it.
October 24th. Yes, it's not that
in just
deep.
A couple days.
Please welcome to the show,
Demi Lovato!
Hello. I'm so happy to be here.
We're so happy you're here. Did you know of the place you hold in our podcasts?
I do. I have heard the clips and I've seen the support, and it just makes me feel so loved. And I was like, I have to show my love right back. So here I am, and I'm so excited.
We're so happy. #1. So that's of all the songs. I guess we did that when? What was that? 2020?
That was 2021. Was the Great Global Songbook.
I don't think any song is unseating Cool for the Summer at this point. Until now, your album.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you.
The fact that you're releasing this album as a fall fucking dance moment is so major, because I feel like fall gets neglected and overlooked as oh yeah, do all your moody shit in the fall, but you're giving us something hyped up.
We're still going out.
Yeah.
Just because it's fall doesn't mean we're not going out.
No, we'll just put our coat away.
We still need to dance.
Yeah, there's a coat check.
Yeah, I do feel like Fast was more of a club song, and then Here All Night is a little bit more emotional.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But Here All Night is emotional, while it's it's very much giving Dancing on My Own. You're singing something really emotional and painful, but then the music and the whole the whole aesthetic of it is fuck, but no, you're dancing to this song about me being fucking crashed out about my ass.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
But that's the duality, and it is that deep sometimes.
It can be that deep for sure, but I'm just the album title for me. It's not that deep. It's all about I'm not taking myself too seriously as an artist anymore. I'm just having fun, and I wanted a body of work that's really reflective of that, and I feel like I really accomplished it with this album.
So when you're sitting down to do a new record, or when you feel like it's time, were you thinking at first I really want to have fun with my next project, or were you let's just see what happens, and it was fun? What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Well, originally, I'm such a fluid person that I've tried on different genres of music throughout my career.
Yeah.
And my last album was a rock album.
Yeah.
And so going into the next album, I was like, okay, I want to continue the rock stuff. But as I started writing the rock album, I was like, I can't really, like, I'm running out of things to write about because I'm so happy right now.
Yeah.
There's only so many rock songs you can make, like happy rock songs that you can make.
Today was good.
Yeah, and so then they all, today was amazing. And that's exactly how I felt. So I was like, I need to like switch directions. Like, it's not resonating with me. I'm not angry anymore. I'm not in this like deeply emotional place anymore like I was when I made my last album. And so I started trying on different sounds, and what landed was when I got into the studio with my producer Zone. And he had made this beat in the car, in the Uber on the way to the studio, and was like, yeah, I just made this track. Do you want to hear it? And I'm like, yeah. It turned out to be fire. It turned into a song called Frequency.
Oh my God. You really went off on that.
Thank
you.
you.
That's the one, I mean, you repeat all of them because the album, it hits so hard, and then you just go back and start it again. Us in P-Town. Frequency is a standout.
Thank you.
You do that so well.
Thanks. And that song set the tone for the rest of the project.
Yeah,
So Frequency was first.
Frequency was day one first. I would say it was when the album really took flight.
Yep.
And when we did Frequency, I was like, oh, we're onto something.
Yeah.
And I want to chase this sound. And it was new for me. It's different. It's so different than anything I've ever done before.
So different.
And I'm having so much fun with it. I'm having so much fun in my life. I'm in like such a great place, and I wanted my album to be reflective of that. And so I made a very fun dance pop album.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I think you've earned this idea about you, which is like Demi Lovato is like one of our great chameleons, like musically, right? Like,
Thanks.
but I feel like it maybe took a while for people to realize that, because I feel like going from Confident to Tell Me You Love Me was like, okay, we're really in this like nice, great bodied like R&B sound, and then you go into all the other, and then Holy Fuck is like obviously a departure, and then now to go into this genre, I feel like it must be a little overwhelming for you because you can do it all. You can do so many things with your voice. Like what? Like the options are kind of overwhelming, I would say, right? Like it's good. Like what makes you think like, oh, this is what I want to chase? Beyond the fact that like your producer sends you this track, which he produced in his car. Don't produce and drive. But
No. He was in an Uber.
fine.
He was in an Uber.
Fine. And he was at the wheel making
Let's
that beat.
just say he was at the wheel to make it more chaotic.
You know what, though? Even the Uber driver's going to hear that sick track and be like, hey, what the fuck is that?
What is
And then
that?
we're going to get an accident. So no, not even in the Ubers.
But what tells you, like, what is that feeling that you have as a songwriter?
What inspires me at the time is what I chase. And that's
Yeah.
why I've fluctuated over the years with different genres. Genres.
Genres. I like that. I think now they're genres, baby. Get to know it.
But like I really chase what's inspiring me in the moment. And so when I made my rock album, I was really influenced by rock music.
Yeah.
And at the time when I made Sorry Not Sorry and Tell Me You Love Me, I was really inspired by more R&B music.
Yeah.
And this project, I was really inspired by the pop girlies. And that's what I chased. And I'm really happy with it.
It's so good.
Was that like a result of seeing everyone else kind of having, because last year was such a crazy moment, like from the top to the bottom of the year, it just felt like everyone was having fun again. Like,
Yeah.
Which of your peers, like, are you inspired by mostly, or like when you're going into this album?
Well, first off, I was really inspired by Kesha for this album.
You can hear that for sure.
I'm such a fan of hers, but she's also, like, side note, she's such an incredible human being. Like,
Yeah.
I fuck with her so much.
Yeah.
She's so great. And she was actually the one that was like, you should get in the studio with Zone. Because they did Joyride together. And and amongst other songs, but that was the one that I was like, wait, this is fire. And so she was like, you should get in the studio with Zone. So I did. And that's what ended up, you know.
You were in the zone, as it were.
And I was in the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're hearing a track like that, like he plays you this track, I just think if I'm Demi Lovato, I'm like, how do I figure my voice into it? Because you're so known for what you can do with your voice. And I feel like when you hear a track like that, it must be a fun challenge, and obviously you conquered it. But I guess my question is, how do you figure your voice into something like that, because you hit the chorus and your voice is huge in the chorus, and then
Thanks.
your ad libs are sick. But I just can't imagine hearing that in the track when you first heard it.
Yeah, I definitely didn't hear like a big vocal moment when I first heard the track. I heard the talking verses and the sexiness. But then as we started making it, we were like, we should chase like a kind of Britney vibe in the pre-choruses. And then when it hit the chorus, I one thing about me is when I'm in the studio, I'm like, where's my vocal moment? Like,
100%.
I want to have fun on the track, but like, where's my vocal moment? Because that's what
100%.
people know me for.
Yeah.
And that's what I have fun singing. So that's
Perfect.
where.
100%.
We're gonna take a break. I think we have a pause for tea coming
We have
in.
a tea flying
Oh
in.
yes, a tea. Thank you.
We've flown in the tea.
And that's the tea.
And that's the tea.
tea.
And that's the tea.
What was working with our good friend, our sister,
Leland.
Ah.
Brett McLaughlin, one of our besties.
Love Leland.
The best.
He's so talented
Yeah.
and he's so fun. That's the thing about working with all of the songwriters on this project. Was we had such a great time in the studio. Every day was full of laughter. And I think that, translates onto the album. Like, I mean, obviously you're not going to listen to a song and laugh, but you can tell that we had fun making it.
Yeah.
And Leland opened up his studio to us, and
Laurel Vale, we
Laurel
know
Vale.
well.
Laurel Vale, yes.
Much goes down there.
which he's opened it up many times. Like I just did a fan playback there.
I knew
Oh my
I
God.
recognized.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I think they're at Leland's.
That wainscoting is familiar.
He's
Yeah,
been
yeah,
wanting
yeah.
to do that for such a long time. He's like, I want to have like listening parties here and like do the
Yeah.
whole thing. So I'm happy it happened.
Me too.
It's cozy.
It's such a cute place. But
Yeah.
he's so talented, and I love working with him.
He does bring such a spirit of fun, I think, because like he works on like all these different kinds of projects, like in film and TV, especially with Drag Race, where it's just like he's not afraid to be like whimsical. And it to have like, of course it's like you're listening to it and it's like, this is serious, but then like
Right.
I don't know, even the way that you deliver the verse in that song and also Kiss, like
Yes.
you have to be stepping away from the mic sometimes, being like, I'm giggling. Like it's you can't.
I was gonna say, Kiss, you're giggling. Like you might not laugh at the songs, but I
Right.
feel like you are engineering these moments where we're listening at home, going like, "Whoa, that was great!" Like, ha ha. I'm
Yeah.
laughing because like I did not expect that.
Like this.
It's such a simple lyric. I kiss for fun. It's fun to kiss.
It is though.
And guess what? It is not that deep.
No,
It's
it's
not
actually that
deep.
simple.
It's
People that we
simple.
run into out there.
And it was so fun to sing.
Yeah.
I was having the time of my life in the studio.
I feel like you're able to make something like this. You're able to make a dancey, poppy album like this in context to other albums where you have obviously gone deep. And so therefore, but if you're staying in the depth, it's relative, right? Like if you're staying in that, then it's not deep because it's just on one like dimension. But if you're doing something fun, it actually makes the other stuff more meaningful in retrospect.
Right.
It makes this thing more meaningful.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
You and I share, and Bowen as well, but like our number ones are Kelly Clarkson.
Love Kelly Clarkson.
I feel like I wonder when we ask her the culture question, like what was the culture that made you say culture was for you, if it would be Kelly. Am I
was going to
close?
say American Idol.
Ah.
I was
Okay,
going to
so-
say American Idol.
So then
That's so
consider
funny.
this the question. So American Idol, like, go. How did it affect you? Like, what was it about it that made you
American
wake
Idol
up?
made me dream.
Yeah.
It gave me a sense of hope and possibility that if Kelly Clarkson, this girl from Burleson, Texas, could make it on American Idol and have people voting for her every week, which I was one of them.
Yep, same.
If she could make it, then I could.
Yeah.
And it gave me hope, and I had so much fun watching the show. She's so talented, and she was my first idol. I really think she was my first idol.
It meant something extra that you were also in Texas then at the time.
Yes.
Probably. So like,
Yeah.
it's like it's completely close to home where you're like literally like, oh, if she can do it, I can do it.
Yes,
Then-
exactly.
and it was people like, and you were learning about music as you were watching it at home. Like
Yeah.
they'd be like, this is like this week we're singing all songs from like Gladys Knight and the Pips, and then like
Exactly.
you know, you learn about this.
I learned about Gladys Knight through Kelly Clarkson on American Idol.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
God, I think it must be so hard to be on one of those singing competition shows where you have to learn a new song every week.
Yeah.
Like, it must be so challenging, but she did that.
Yeah.
Like, she really did that. And I'm sure most of the songs that she sang, she already knew, or at least it felt that way.
Yeah.
And I just think she's amazing.
were you like writing your own songs? Like, because like I think what kind of gets not lost, but I feel like what people don't realize is that like you were writing your own CDs, you were like selling them in your neighborhood when you were growing up.
I was, you know that?
Yeah.
We did a little bit of research here on Las Cultch.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that.
It was in Child Star. It was in your movie that you directed.
You're right. Yes.
It was like so charming. It was like the whole family talking about like, yeah, Demi would like sell her CD for $10 and like walk around
I'd go
the neighborhood.
around the neighborhood and I'd sell my CDs in order to like
pay for vocal lessons.
Pay for vocal lessons, but also pay for the beauty pageants I was in because those were not cheap.
Right.
Yeah.
And but I've been working hard for a really long time, even as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's so great to see you having so much fun with this and doing something that's clearly like, I don't know. I bet you can look back to when you started out on Disney Channel or whatever, and sometimes I wish I could like reach back to my younger self and is like, check out this thing you did from now. You're like, oh, I'm having fun in the future.
Yeah.
Like, thank God.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's a combination of things. I think it's the place where I'm at in my life today. It's also the team I have around me, the team that I have. It never feels like work. Like I did probably 11 interviews today. And it didn't feel like work because in between interviews, I'm joking and I'm laughing with my team who's so supportive and they're fans of the work that I'm creating. So it just feels so fulfilling. And yeah.
I was gonna ask, and I texted him this morning. I was like, "Do you think it's okay if I ask Demi like about like what it's like working with you, like Brandon Creed?"
Yeah.
I was like, because I've gotten to know him through like just like hanging out with Ari or like hanging out with Charlie or something. Like he's just like, I think he is. And like whether or not I asked him because I was like, I don't know if you feel okay being like a discussion point, but I feel like he like is obviously getting his shine as a manager, but I feel like he's doing something really special and focused with all of his clients. And I feel like I wanted to ask like what your relationship is with him, because it feels like you guys are like unlocking something together that is so authentic but joyful but cool, but like all of these things.
And still you.
Yes.
You.
Yeah.
I think what's so great about working with Brandon is not only is he such an incredible manager, he's killing it right now.
Yeah,
Look at his roster.
Yeah.
I mean, like every day he's posting something new from one of his artists, and I'm like, yes, that's my manager. Go.
Yeah.
And but also working with him he's given me so much insight, and like he's so brilliant, and so you know, he has led me in the right directions, and he set me up with the right people who have helped me create such an incredible rollout for this project that feels different, more different than anything I've ever created.
Yeah.
And I really have him to credit for that.
Yeah. The album cover was something I wasn't expecting because it's you like a little bit distant, surrounded. And I'm just thinking about like how it's a perfect album cover because it's like the center is like unmistakably you, but there is a community there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, can you talk about the album art?
Yes. So the album art, it was shot by Daniel Sachin, and it was actually, we shot it on the day that I shot the Fast music video.
Sick. By the way, love.
So good.
Thank you.
You staying so galvanized through the destruction.
Thank you. Well, we
I guess
wanted to
that's
capture
everything.
that on the album cover too.
Yeah.
So there's all this chaos around me, and it's no secret that I live this very public life. I'm on display 24/7, and you know, I'm naked on the album cover holding a dry cleaning bag, and so it's showing me in a very vulnerable state, but like unfazed by the chaos. And something also that's really nice is that there's the "We Heart Our Customers" on the dry cleaning bag. It's like, that's an ode to my fans. This album is for my fans. We heart our customers. We heart our Lovotics.
We heart our customers title of it.
And then lastly, if there's one thing about me, if there is a photo, I will lock the fuck in.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing.
You do. You be locking in.
I locked in on that.
Are
And
we smiling or serving? The famous
are we
line.
smiling or serving? We're always serving.
Do you ask yourself that in the beginning of the day for you? Like, sometimes I wonder, like, you know, how early does it start? Or is it
Depends on how early the photographs are being taken.
Period.
If there's a picture outside of my bedroom when I first wake up in the morning, I will serve.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Doesn't
know
matter.
What? You know what I think is like
Glam or not.
Yeah,
Yep.
glam or not. A little known fact that I was so gagged by when I was in high school was I was obsessed with Desperate Housewives, and that's your little sister.
Yes.
Like-
Madison.
Who? What?
Little Solis.
Oh my
Gabby's-
God!
Gabby's
Juanita.
daughter.
Yeah, that's my little sister.
Juanita Solis.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
It's a fact that should be known in culture, I think. Like, that's like Demi's sister.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, Madison.
Yeah.
So cute. This is showbiz royalty. This family. Damn.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's true. So like when you were like growing up and like you see her on a huge show, were you protective or were you supportive, as like a mixture of both?
I think at the time, I wish I had been a little bit more protective, to be honest, because that role was, I think, really challenging for her at such a young age.
Sure.
And I think I had been distracted by my own stuff going on, unfortunately. And so I live with some regret in that aspect. But also, there's only so much you can do as a 15, 16, 17-year-old.
Right. You're not like a hardened veteran of the business. You're like kind of starting out in your own
I was
way.
starting out too, and my family and I were new to this industry, and we just happened to both get opportunities that were really big for the both of us at the same time, which happened to move us all out to LA. And I think I do have a little bit of regret because I think it was a difficult role for her. You know, there was a lot of scrutiny in the show about her body. And, and I hate that. But I think, you know, she's so strong and she's so amazing that she turned out so great. And, you know, I'm so proud of her. She did incredible work on that show.
Yeah, she was very, very memorable on it.
Yeah.
Like, we all remember like the
She was
tussles that
iconic.
Gabby and Juanita would get into.
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
extremely talented. Like she was very galvanized in the scenes.
And they were
like,
very good together.
yeah, they were.
You know,
You
Gabby.
bought the relationship.
Eva. But I feel like it's this thing where I hope you don't carry that regret too heavily, because it's like the airplane mask rule. It's like you have to take care of yourself before you take care of someone else.
Yeah. I think I have like an interesting perspective on it today. Like we talked about it in my Child Star documentary.
Yeah.
And she opened up and was vulnerable with me then, and I think that in that moment, that's when I realized the effect that the show had on her.
Right.
And so, but I've always been protective over her.
Yeah.
She's my baby sister, and she always will be.
Yeah. I mean, just to speak on the documentary of it all, like not even just Child Star, but I feel like the fact that you have gone through all of this just development on yourself is so amazing, because you are one of the only pop girlies who like is honest. You're willing to go there.
Thank you.
Like you've done the work of like self-examining, and not a lot of people do that publicly. And like whenever people document like my struggles, I'm like, oh wait, this is a little too much. Not even that it doesn't even compare to you, but I'm just like, this is a weird feeling. And I feel like the fact that you've been so brave in doing those things is incredible. That's why people root for you.
Thank you.
Honestly.
I had a decision that had to be made when I had gone to treatment for the first time. I had this very public outburst, and when I was 18, and which I talk about in some of my documentaries, but God, there's so many.
They're all amazing.
I always
Thank
love
you.
watching them.
We
because
watched
of
the first one
candor.
together. Yes.
But it's because of this very thing. It's because there is no bullshit with you.
Right. And in that moment, my manager at the time asked me, like, do you want to be public with what you're going through, or do you want to sweep it under the rug and not talk about it? Which you have a right to both.
Yeah.
You don't owe anybody anything. But I was like, I didn't have a role model at 13 that was speaking up about eating disorders. And I was like, I need to be that role model for someone else. Like it was this responsibility that I was willing to take on, because I wish that I could have had that growing up. Like there were older actresses that had come out and talked about having an eating disorder, but nobody that I could relate to at 13.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially at the time when the beauty standards were, you know, very, very dangerous. And so I wanted to be that for other people. And that's kind of the catalyst for why I've been open about all of my struggles. Is in that moment when I made that decision, it set the tone for the rest of my life of like, you know, I want to help people. And the best way that I know how is sharing my personal experience with them.
Yeah. I feel like also too, when you talk earlier about like, I sat down and like I couldn't even write angry or sad songs if I tried. Like, this is the way I'm feeling happy. You can even hear in your voice, like just the way you choose which notes. It's like incredibly emotional and like also very characterized. Like you can't lie in your music. It feels like. And one of my favorite songs is In My Head on the new album. I can do everything I want. Like just melodically.
My
like,
husband wrote that song.
Well,
Jude
brilliant.
wrote it?
Yes, he did.
Brilliant. Like
Yeah.
and
So
because
good.
it's like it's this incredibly like honest thing, and also the way you've chosen the melody. I could do anything on that. Like it's almost like you're like arguing or someone, or like kind of like rationalizing, and it's in the melody line in a way that feels so honest. So, and then when on Tell Me You Love Me, which is I think my favorite album of yours besides this one, like the way you choose when to be powerful, when to descend, when to like have like a moment that trails off. It's all really rooted in, I can tell, like you listening to like the best singers, the most honest, emotional singers. And so I think you didn't really have a choice but to be honest, because it's in your art.
I grew up singing to very soulful singers.
Yeah.
I grew up singing to Aretha and Whitney and Christina and Kelly, and they all had soul in their voice. And that's what drew me in as a child, was like, oh, there's like depth there. And I don't even think I was conscious of it, but there was just something that made me feel what they were singing about so deeply that I was like, that's just what I want to like, that's the kind of vocalist I want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like an unsung hero American Idol contestant? Like someone from way back that you're like, oh, this person was someone, like, because Kelly obviously famously.
Yeah.
But like, I always look back and like, it's so crazy what'll just jump out of my mind from that age when you remembered everything. But like Trinice from season two, Kimberly Locke from season 2. Like some
God, Kimberly Locke.
Yes.
Remember Eighth World Wonder? That bop?
Yes.
No.
Oh my! She released
Incredible.
a single afterward, and it actually is a bop. We performed it at our Culture Awards 2 years ago.
Oh my
full
God,
out.
amazing.
The year after we did Cool for the Summer at our Culture Awards. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the point. Okay, but what were you going to say?
Kimberly Law.
I wasn't like, it was really season 1 that did it for me.
Yeah,
I
totally.
like, after season 1, I was like, okay, it's
now
great.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
No, I was still young. I still watched, but it just didn't have the chokehold on me that Kelly's season
Sure.
had. But there were incredible vocalists on all of those seasons, and there still are.
Yeah, no, that's the thing is like you check back in, and now there's so many of them, we take it for granted. But like, America's Got Talent has incredible people that come through. The Voice, obviously. Sometimes I put on The Voice, and I'm like, I can't believe this is even a live vocal in this blind audition.
You know who has one of the best vocalists, or one of the best vocals from American Idol, period?
Who?
Is Adam Lambert.
Oh,
period.
No, he's not an unsung hero. He's a hero.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
But like, his voice
Yeah.
is just insane.
yeah. He is one that he's also one of the most expressive. And he never even shied away from being camp. I remember one time he sang Feeling Good in a white suit, and he like descended the stairs, and he was so like, he wasn't like out gay at the time because that was still weird at the time in the
Right.
public, but he was announcing himself so much. And I remember the next day I went into school, and some girls were talking about American Idol, and I kind of like, shuffled over, and a couple of them were like, yeah, my mom didn't want to vote for him anymore after that performance. And I was like, wow, how far we've come.
Yeah.
That like so many artists can express themselves like however they want, because he was on the biggest show in the world at that time with that crazy expressive voice, so emotional, and he also was himself.
Yep.
Yes.
And made it really far
From
and
the
then-
get-go.
Exactly. And
Always himself.
didn't win, and I wonder, would he have won
Today.
5 years ago today? Who knows?
Yeah.
Like maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
He was that brilliant.
No, his voice is just, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. I was asking about I brought up the CDs earlier because there was a moment in Child Star that like really gave me pause where, you were talking about playing these songs that you'd written for execs, and they were like,
Yes.
not what we're into. And that kind of was, let's put you up with these producers and songwriters, which, you did with aplomb. Like you succeeded in that regard of like working with others as a collaborator. Great skill to have, but that it chipped away like this confidence
This
that you had.
confidence that I had went out the window for a period of time. And even today, sometimes I'll go into the studio and I'm like, is this a good idea? Or like, and I rely on my co-writers a lot to say like, do we need to fix this lyric or is it good? And they give me their opinions, which is why I love co-writing.
Yeah.
Like I love the collaboration of like, having the input of other people and having their brilliant ideas come to the surface, because I really think if you want to create the best body of work that you possibly can, like it's good to have feedback.
100%.
But when I was 15, I went and played my my demo basically for my manager at the time, and it was really unfortunate because he wasn't mean about it. It just, there wasn't like a positive reception on what I was writing. It was like, oh, okay. But let's get you in the studio. And I was like, I used to be the type of artist that would sing and like play my guitar and sing until 6 a.m. Like my dad would be getting ready for work and would be like, Demi, go to bed, stop singing. And I would just be in my room and I'd be like, you know, a little manic, but like,
but no, you were in a flow state. You were creative.
Exactly. And I stopped doing it at that age, and I started second guessing myself. And I think it's something that because that happened at such a young age, it's still embedded in me a little bit. Like there is some self-doubt when it comes to my songwriting. Not my vocals. I know I am that bitch with my vocals.
Period.
But like, you know, with the songwriting, it definitely put self-doubt in my head, which was kind of sad.
That is devastating to hear, because it is something that, like, I don't know, we relate to this on like a performance, like comedy level, obviously.
Yes.
And like, it's just this thing that like, and like, if you've read The Artist's Way, like she talks all about like those first people who like snuff out that thing in you
never forget.
Are devastating, and it's going to take you a long time to get over it. But I feel like I bring this up too because Brett Leland was telling us like, oh, Demi comes into the studio and she's a fucking beast.
Aww.
And like, she knows what she wants. She knows how to like construct a song. She knows how to songwrite.
Yes.
And like, I hope that in making this album, you've kind of like healed that confidence.
I was going to say that this album was really healing for that part of myself, because there were days when I was in the studio and I came up with the hook, or I came up with this and the concept of the song, and like, I really do have a vision, and I had a vision with this album. But there were also days where I'd come into the studio and be like, I have no idea what to write about today. Let's just wing it. And we would come up with something great. And like Frequency, that wasn't like a concept that I came into the studio with of like, we need to write a song about this. It was just I matched the vibes of the track with the lyrics, and we came up with something great. So yeah, I think it has been healing for me, as like recognizing my worth as a songwriter has shown through on this project.
Love it.
What about live? Are we hitting the road? You don't have to reveal, but you could.
There's nothing set in stone right this second, but there's definitely plans.
You have to. We were talking earlier. We were listening to it for the millionth time, and people that were hearing it for the first time were like, when is it going on tour? It's like one of those.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It does feel a lot like I remember we saw the Sweat tour at Madison Square Garden, and it felt like the place was gonna flip over. And I was like, music like this, that's like this type of sound and that type of space, like you just can't recreate it anywhere.
No.
Yeah.
Like, especially when you can like attach an amazing hook to it, like you have, and
Thank you.
it's gonna be really sick live.
I haven't toured in 3 years, so it's time.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to. I miss seeing the reactions of my fans face it on their faces when I play their favorite songs, and the emotions that they, you know, convey when they're standing in the audience, and I sing Skyscraper and the tears flowing down their faces. Like, I really do miss that connection.
Yeah.
You know?
You've got so many hits. Do you have one?
you.
Do you have one where you're like, okay, this one, here we go, and then by the end you're like, yeah, that one.
It used to be Give Your Heart a Break.
Oh,
When I got back on stage, I started playing it again for the first time, I would say like a couple years ago. I hadn't played it in so long because I was just like, I'm tired of this song.
Sure, you're allowed.
But and you're allowed to change your live show and play songs that you want to and take out songs that you don't. But when I performed that for the first time in years, the reaction was so great that I was like, wait, I love this.
yeah, you forget what it felt like.
Yes.
Because then the element of like surprise and nostalgia kicks in, and you're like, oh my
Yes.
God, I remember all the words to it. It's formative. It brings you back to a time when you were like, you know.
And it's a crowd favorite. So
Yeah.
like, I love seeing their reaction too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think you're channeling while you sing? Let's just talk about like the vocals. Like, do you feel something like pass through you? I love it when like, and it doesn't have to be true, but I love it when certain singers and vocalists are like, oh no, I'm connecting with something higher, lower, whatever, or I'm like playing a character. Like, is there anything qualitatively true about this?
When I'm in my flow state,
Yep.
absolutely. There's something that comes over me and comes up with ad libs and new high notes that I didn't think about before when I recorded the album that like I can't explain.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times I get into my head when I'm performing because I am such a perfectionist.
Yep.
So like if I'm out of my head, absolutely. But when I'm in my head, I'm not channeling.
So hard. I mean,
It's so hard.
Because I was gonna say, like, is there a way to translate that to like the songwriting experience? Which it sounds like there was. Like you were like in these flow states in the studio, coming up with the hooks.
Yeah.
But it's just a thing you can't force, which is kind of the sucky thing. But like the flow state is like the number one like thing that human beings chase the most across all cultures. It's like this feeling of like losing track of time.
It reminds me of the movie Soul.
Oh yeah.
You know, like that's what I chase with music. And the second that it stops feeling like the movie Soul, I
We
have
lost
to put
something.
a pause on it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I have to reconnect with the music.
Yeah.
That is an amazing movie though. That is about that exact thing.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Just about how music just kind of like is the way that like our lives kind of like get constructed or like they frame our lives in a certain
Yeah.
you know
It's the most incredible thing that human beings are capable of doing and sharing, I think, is music. Like the way that you can just like, not to be Ernest McGee
No,
over here, but like
please.
it's true. Like the way that, I mean, it really can change things. Like,
It transcends lyrics
Yeah.
or language. It transcends language.
Yep.
Like I could be listening to a song that's in a different language, but it'll make me weep if it's the right chords and the right emotion behind it. You know what I'm saying? And it's so beautiful how universal it is.
Yeah.
You have this moment on "Let You Go," which is this synth at the end of the chorus.
Yes.
Like and I'm just like, again, we were vibing in P-Town. Like I'm on the deck. Like I have my like shades not on like those. I remember those
Yes.
Oakleys. I was kind of feeling my like Demi Zhuge, and then just that synth. I was like, that is really special.
It's good.
Who found that? Like, or do you?
Zone.
Yeah, that's Zone.
Zone is brilliant.
Do you ever come in like singing things and hearing things that you know aren't gonna
Yeah,
be vocal
absolutely.
stuff? Yeah.
Sometimes I have my voice notes on my phone
Yeah.
are just like, there's got to be 1,000 of them.
yeah, I imagine.
And sometimes it's just like, da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then like that'll turn into a synth or it'll turn into a song. Like I'm
Yeah.
not sure what it, but like sometimes I'll just come up with something like that and it'll be on a voice note in my phone.
It just felt so intentional, that part of the song. It feels like one of those lines that you really remember. It
Yeah.
feels very classic.
good.
You know what I mean?
That
Like
makes
it's-
me happy.
And there
Thank
is
you.
something a little bit retro about the way that synth sounds
Yeah.
too. That sort of
Very
airiness
80s, yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say you had listening parties at? You've already had some of the fan experiences.
Yes, I've had 2 fan playbacks.
How were they?
God, it was so much fun. It was so fun to see my fans. Like, they got up and danced, you know, on Kiss, on
Yeah.
Here All Night, on Fast, and then they really like took in the other songs.
Yeah.
And watching them take it in was, you know, it was really impactful for me because I made these songs from such a vulnerable place, and here they are connecting with them, and it's resonating with them. Like, it makes it all worth it being that vulnerable in front of, you know, all these people. Like, it just makes it worth it. And yeah, seeing their emotional reaction to it was awesome, but also like seeing them have so much fun was also amazing.
Like, I wonder, like, who it's more rewarding for. Like, not that it's like that it is more rewarding for one particular group, but it's like it's just as rewarding for you and Zone and Leland and everyone who's worked on this album to see how people, like, this is your first test audience, really. It's the
Yeah.
first time you're seeing people respond to it.
Yes.
And it is telling you, it's a lot of information for you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's valuable for you, it's valuable for them.
It's valuable for me because I get to see, like, what are the fan favorites?
Yeah.
What are the ones that they're going to go crazy for at the show that I need to do something a little extra for?
Yep.
Or is there a song that I want to put out as a single because it's in demand with the fans? You know what I mean? It's like that information is very valuable to me as an artist.
I, not to be like the "Tell Me You Love Me" stan here, but
Yes.
that album is, again, up until now, my favorite. You and
Thank
Jesse
you.
Williams in the video for "Tell Me You Love Me."
my God,
Can I say
yes.
you were acting down and you forget your
you.
background in that? Like
Thank
on
you.
camera acting, like you really could
Thank
have
you.
like more presence in it than you do. Is that something that interests you? Because
I'm like so insecure as an actress.
Really?
You couldn't
Yes.
tell because
I,
you were
like-
really great and dropped in that.
Thank you. I feel like I took a break for so long from acting that I'm like scared to get back into it. And I've had offers, and I have acted. I did an independent film called Toe last year, and then it came out at Tribeca Film Festival this year.
Amazing.
And it was fun. It was like I dipped my toes. It was a small role. I dipped my toes back into acting, and I had a lot of fun with it. And it was something that I think I want to do, but like I just have to like, I don't know. I feel like I need to do acting lessons or something.
It's the perfectionist thing again.
Yes.
Yeah. What's your sign?
I'm a Leo.
Okay. Yeah.
Are Leos perfectionists? I know not.
I don't know about them as perfectionists.
I was gonna say it feels like a Leo or like a Virgo, Jason or Leo thing.
Okay.
Do you have Virgo in your chart somewhere? I feel like this is just
Maybe. I did my chart one time and then forgot it.
no problem.
Ooh,
Hey.
what's
Mine was
that?
easy to remember. Well, we're Pisces Scorpio, which is like easy for us to remember
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they're so
I know I'm a
compatible.
double Leo.
Okay,
Great.
so
Yeah.
that's a lot of Leo.
That's a lot of Leo. I got
Yeah.
a lion on my hand.
Oh,
to
look at
show
that.
for it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really beautiful.
Thank you.
Do you have a lot of
Lioness.
tattoos?
I do.
Yeah.
What's the mystery?
I do.
I
What's
do.
that?
It was. I feel like I went so hard on tattoos at such a young age that
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish I had been more selective with my tattoos, but there are ones that I really love. My most recent one was this says "I love you more." It's my mom's handwriting.
Oh my God, my mom and I say the same thing.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, I love you
Yeah,
more.
I love you
LUM.
more. It's so funny. My mom and I will be on the phone and like we'll go to hang up, and right before someone hangs up, she'll go, "I love you more," and then hang
Yeah.
up. It's like we
you
have
can't
to say
say
it.
goodbye
Yes.
without. We have the acronym LUM, and I
LUM.
say LMM. Love my
Oh
mom.
my God.
And it's almost like a conversation can't really be over unless that's been typed.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You got to
Yes.
button it with
Yes.
with our thing.
We're so close, my mom and I. I'm
Yeah.
so close with my mom. She's such an angel. So yeah, I got that tattooed, and that was my most recent one.
Because I feel like your husband is tatted up.
Oh, he is tatted the fuck out.
So then it's
Yeah.
fine. It's like it's not like you have to
yeah,
like
yeah,
compare
yeah.
it to someone.
No, it's just like had I had a little bit. I wish I had thought more about it
course.
rather than getting all these impulsive tattoos that I
Right,
did.
Sure.
right.
You know.
Do you have any? Well, maybe you won't want to share this, but are there any tattoos that like, whenever you look at it, you're like, oh, it's a person?
I have one.
Yeah. You have one and you're like, oh,
have one.
that's never gonna not remind me.
I know. I have one
one.
that's like that, and it is what it is.
It is what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's almost kind of nice because I remember I only have 3 small ones, but in preparing to get them, and probably you too, it's kind of like, okay, you're going to look at this forever. Like, are you going to regret it? It's weird. Like, even the ones you regret, you think warmly about the time that you got.
Yeah, like it was still a cool story behind the tattoo that I got, but do I wish I didn't get a matching tattoo with someone? Yes.
You have to be sure about matching tattoos. It's rule of culture number 20.
No, I think
you have to be sure about matching tattoos.
but
I think you don't do it. I
Yeah.
think it's like cursed.
yeah.
The idea of matching tattoos being
Yes,
cursed.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't like matching tattoos. It's just like I don't know.
Because it binds you to someone. It's almost like a contract. Or
No,
because
it's just like I just feel like every time I've gotten 2 matching tattoos and it just didn't end up well. So like and then I've had like ex-boyfriends get my name on them and
Oh,
that
not
didn't work
that.
out.
That never works.
And so I just feel like rule of thumb, like it's just not a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think make it a law.
We've been
You know?
talking about getting a matching one.
Right.
I think
but
we
you're
can.
just saying we shouldn't.
I don't know. Maybe you do like a variation, like me and Matthew Scott. If me and Matthew
Yeah.
Scott,
Yes.
This
my
is
best friend, yes,
best friend, yeah.
who you guys know
We
and adore.
love Matthew.
Yes,
We're
yes,
holding
yes,
hands
yes,
for Matthew.
yes,
We're closing
yes,
the circle.
yes. If we were to get a matching tattoo, like we've talked about getting like a little bat or something for Halloween. Like if
Okay.
he got a bat, I would get a pumpkin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like something a
Shape.
little, like a variation where it's not like so.
Yeah,
Exact?
so
Yes,
exact.
yes.
Totally.
But
he
it,
really is your ride or die. I feel like he's been in every era.
every era.
Yeah.
We are so close. I'm obsessed with him. I don't know what I would do without him. He's my heart and soul.
love
You
that.
need that person too. Like it's just like that you can be truly honest with.
Yes.
Like we need to step away from a second. Like even in a small community of people that I do trust, like you need your person.
He is my person that like before Jordan and I got together, I would call in the middle of the night and be like, "Hey, I'm lonely." And like you don't have to say anything back, but I just need to express like how sad I am right now. And he would be there for me in the middle of the night and be like, "Let's talk about it."
Wow.
And like that's the kind of friendship that everyone needs, I think.
You are so incredibly lucky to even have that thing, because it's not that I don't even love my sister, but it's like I'm not gonna bother him out with this. Like, we've all had these lonely moments at night where I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, you can.
I know, but it's like careful what you wish for.
Girl, I'm wishing.
Oh, my sister.
I love that.
But it's like that's a really hard thing to find.
He's just mad because I used to call him years ago when I used to wait tables, and I would get off my shift and we'd have a couple drinks after work, and I'd call him to call me an Uber because I wouldn't download it on my phone. I didn't think it could download. So whenever he thinks of me and the concept of calling late at night, he's like, oh, he needs an Uber home.
He needs an Uber.
Meanwhile, that was a decade ago, and I'm much more together now. We've all grown up.
We're past it.
I have a lot of amazing friends in my life, but I have this core group of best friends.
Yeah.
And I mean, I could list them off, but they're just like, I had so many bridesmaids in my wedding because I have so many close best friends.
Yeah.
And that support is just like what gets me through life. Like, I love my friends so much.
That wedding was fucking chic.
Thank you.
You looked amazing.
Thank
Jordan
you so
looked
much.
amazing. So
oh my God, didn't he
handsome.
look so handsome? Yeah.
You get a good one.
I do.
And you look at how you like emanate.
Oh,
When you talk about him,
thanks.
well, you've always had one of the best smiles. I'll never
you.
forget when I first saw you. My first thought was like, "Oh my God, that girl's smile is incredible."
I used to be really insecure about my smile. I used to joke that it eats my face because it's so big and it like just like takes over.
No, it's like it's like you really carry the light when you smile.
Thank
You really
you.
do.
I've learned to appreciate my smile.
Yeah.
Because there were times where I wasn't smiling and that was sad.
Of course.
And now I'm like, you know
We love
what?
you serving too. So it's hard because it's like, do you tell
I
Demi
mean,
Lovato not
that's
to
not
serve?
what I was talking about, but I appreciate that
Of
too.
course.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that's I guess what's so great about like the phase of your career that you're in, and what other people that we've all watched for now going on like 20 years. And because we're like a little bit older than you, but still like that was like our generation of like, you know, person we watched on TV and then transitioned into this new stage of the career. And I think like we do, like, as fans of yours, share like a knowledge of everything you've been through, and that's why it's like to see you having fun is like a huge gift, because I always remember that girl I first saw smiling. And so like it's just great to see you smile again about
Thank
your
you.
husband and about this project.
Yeah.
Because when I think of you, I think of a huge like smile that carries the
Thank
light.
you. Thank you.
I think you're the best.
That's so sweet. Thank you so much.
We love you.
Love you too.
This is a Lovatic podcast.
This has been a Lovatic. Wait, how do you
since the
feel about
beginning.
Lovatic?
I
Because Ari
don't
is on
know where
record
it
being like
came from.
Oregonator is not something she decided.
didn't decide Lovatic.
Well,
Right.
of course.
And I was like, where did that come from? Like, it was kind of confusing to me. I was like, are you an addict or are you like
An alcoholic.
I don't
It's some sort of
but I've
obsession.
embraced it and
Yeah.
I've learned to love it.
Yeah.
But at first I was like, huh? It was also
you're
the
just
beginning of
locked
like stan names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of,
And
right?
when everyone came up with it, I was in treatment and they were like, yeah, your fans are calling you Lovatics now. And I was like, wait,
Are they reading me?
are they
Like-
reading? Yeah, exactly.
Is this coming from a nasty place? Because it's not the right time.
It's not the right time. But I came out and everyone had like a stand name and I was assigned one and I was like, I'll take it.
Do
Whatever.
you remember Kelly's? A celebrity.
No.
It was
Celebrity?
bad. It was terrible.
What?
So this is how you know that like I was in deep, because one day like
Message
on
boards.
the Kelly Clarkson message boards, yes, I was a little gay child. Hi, my name is Matt. But they were like, we're celebrities. This is the celebrity group. And even me at the time, who would have done anything, I was
Yes.
just like, I don't like this.
Yeah,
and it's not
yeah.
gonna hold up.
Yeah.
But Lovatic, we can make peace with.
I mean, is there really a good fan base
the
name?
Navy is really chic.
The Navy is
Navy
Monsters.
chic. Monsters.
Little
That's
Monsters
good.
we love.
Yeah, Little Monsters.
You should put it to a vote. You should. For now, they're called Lovatics, but like everybody, like, well, I don't know. I think like you guys. I'm gonna give you options, and then you guys come up with you vote on the right one. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think it would make a lot of people upset.
Yeah, they're like, listen, we adjusted to the name Lovatic years ago.
We did.
That's what
I've
everyone reveals.
accepted
No
it.
one wanted to do it. Like, what do you mean? No one said anything?
Damn.
We could have been called the I don't know, what's a Navy thing? The Force.
The Force.
The Force.
We keep adding stand names.
I'm like going too hard on military names. Sorry, everybody. You don't have to be Marines to like this album. You can be Levotics. Okay, well, I think it might be time for, speaking of tea, and you're going to need it because we're going to transition into I Don't Think So, Honey. This is our 60-second segment on this podcast where we take something in culture that bugs us, that bothers us, and more, and we absolutely let it rip. I have something. It's the season, and I'm starting to see something pop up again, and I want to put it to bed right now.
Okay, you have your phone on you, so I think you should time. I'll time you.
Okay, so this is. Well, you say the key.
Yeah, this is Matt Rogers. I Don't Think So, Honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. Anyone making fun of me for pumpkin spice.
Oh, come on.
You're 10 years late on this read, okay?
Yep.
The basic girls drink pumpkin spice thing happened already. Now you sound basic. I am still here. I'm still queer. I'm still the one. I've always been a pumpkin spice person. And yes, I do get it in a frap. And I know that makes it more basic, but I don't think so, honey. Your comments penetrating me. Rubber glue, babe. I don't think so, honey. Anyone telling me anything about the pumpkin spice, whether it comes in the form of coffee, whether it comes in the form of muffin, it honestly is the best flavor. Come for me. Apple cinnamon beats it. Apple cinnamon beats it. Blueberry, get lost. Like, I'm sorry, but this chokehold that blueberry flavor has on, culture, no. It is about pumpkin spice, and I think we fucked up by making it seasonal. It should be all year round. Then it would be a mainstay, and we wouldn't have this nightmare of every season, oh, here come the basic pumpkin spice girlies again. Yeah, here I am, and I don't think so, honey.
And that's 1 minute.
Oh my God, that was so good. How do I follow that?
You do it in your own way.
Oh my God.
Fast.
I'm intimidated now.
Don't be.
But do you know what? Are you a pumpkin spice person?
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Something that has only been able, the only thing that's been able to save SNL writers some nights when we write on Tuesdays, a fucking pumpkin spice frappuccino.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
It makes you happy.
It's the endorphins are soaring when you're drinking one of those.
Yes,
and
it's
the
like an
dopamine.
aphrodisiac.
It's delicious.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
Everybody cut it out.
And it's like, we just got our little first nip of fall, and already like people taking to their stories like it's the first time anyone's ever said this.
No.
I'm like, I'm true to this.
How quickly we forget. You're not new to this. You're true to this.
No, I've been out and proud, and I'm sorry, but I still stand. Okay, you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, this is Bowen Yang's I Don't Think So, Honey. His time starts now.
I Don't Think So, Honey. We didn't have a song of the summer when Fast by Demi Lovato was right fucking there in the eye line. How dare you? She's giving you incredible visuals, vocals, and completely serving cunt while chaos is around her.
Explosions and more.
You were being fed a feast that was nutritious, ethically made, gorgeously performed, and still you're like pushing your plate away going, I don't know, we didn't get served dinner tonight. You
30
were
seconds.
given something so premium. And now that it's the fall, and now that this album, It's Not That Deep, is coming out, this is your second chance at redeeming your little mind and understanding that you've been given something incredible.
15 seconds.
Stream it now, October 24th, or whenever this comes out. Do it today. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. It's got banger after banger, and it ends in one perfect
5
ballad that
seconds.
ties the whole album sonically together. And we are so lucky to have Demi Lovato here on our podcast. And that's 1 minute.
Yes.
That was amazing, and also that was mine.
What?
Yeah.
I know. It was.
Do your version.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
wait. This is Demi Lovato's I Don't Think So, Honey. Your time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. There's no song of the summer. What are you talking about? Not only did I release Fast, thank you very much, but there's so many incredible songs that came out this summer with all the pop girlies having their moments. I mean, you've got Adele, who I stan so hard. You've got Gaga, you've got Sabrina, you've got Tate McRae, you've got Kesha, you've got Kim Petras, you've got Pink Pantheress, you've got all of these incredible artists, and that's just like the tip of the iceberg. I could keep going about how incredible these pop girlies are and so inspiring to me. But I think you get stuck on
15.
Everyone has brain rot now, and they can't think past the 30-second TikTok mark, which I totally relate. I'm on TikTok too. But
5 seconds.
But there was songs of the summer, and if you are looking for one, just stream Fast.
I don't Yes, Demi Lovato tearing it up. Just like she did on the album.
Other pop girlies.
Well, I was gonna say, like, oh my God, you lifting up all these girlies, like that's so special and beautiful.
Well, they deserve their shine.
Yes.
Also, you know what? Like, Fast, incredible. Like, Man-Child, incredible. Like, no one really talked about No Broke Boys as the song of the summer.
Oh my God,
it
it's so good.
Like, and you even like when people online make those lists of like, here's everything it could have been, and it's like this list. It's like No Broke Boys isn't even on any of that. I'm like, did it come out too soon?
Because it came out.
Yeah.
It technically came out on Tinashe's album last year, which maybe people are. But there's no cutoff.
There's no cutoff.
There's no cutoff.
There's no cutoff. Cool for the Summer came back 10 years later with a vengeance.
Yeah, here we go.
I was playing the sped up version too. I was giving you streams.
Yes, and people loved it. So like, there's no time limit on this stuff.
No.
You have had like one. Are you like aware that Sorry Not Sorry is the best Drag Race lip sync of all time? Like,
Yes,
no contest.
I'm aware. I'm fully aware. I gagged.
Yeah, just like the way that they were tearing themselves apart.
It was so fucking good.
Yeah, and then they ended up being the top 2.
Right, but it's like they're not able to do that unless you supply the vocal.
Thank you.
You're motivating them to fucking do that stuff.
I still go back and watch that performance.
As you should.
I mean, let's just say this. A lot of my friends are looking forward to my drag performance of Here All Night based on what I did in P-Town.
Yes.
Because it is like, you know what I mean? There's like little stings where it's like, what was I doing? I was like running and going, "Whoop," and then like
Oh my
letting
God, I
it
have
take you
to
back
see it.
around. One of these days,
One of these days,
I'll get
please.
into some look that references or does not reference, who knows. But like, yeah, no, that song is like, it's built into the track, and I'm like, I was looking at, so Brett played it for us. We were working on our award show, and he's producing songs for it. He was like, I can play you the single that I think is going to be the single. It wasn't decided yet, but I can play it for you guys once. We were like,
Sure.
do it. And so listening to it, I was just like, you really gave the queen something to chew on here. There's
you.
so much like movement in it and energy into it and like stings that make it fun to perform.
Yes, it's so fun to sing. Like, I can't wait to perform that one live.
Yeah, and now I'm excited about that because you have not performed it live yet, obviously.
No.
Yeah, it's fresh out. See, it's weird because like we've had the album now for several weeks, so already I'm like off book on a lot.
Yep.
Oh,
Like,
good.
I know we know the words.
It's been in the rotation.
I love that. Thank
Yes.
you.
Kiss is gonna be a monster.
I'm so excited about Kiss.
That has to be a single, right? Well,
Well,
You'll just have to wait and see.
we'll wait and find out.
I never
we'll
know.
wait and see.
I never know because like sometimes it's like, at least it used to be in the old days. Maybe you agree as being one of the girls. Like it felt like if you put out 2 singles that were really up tempo, the third one like had to give more of like introspective ballad moment, especially when you're you and can serve that.
Thank you.
But it's, I guess you don't feel.
I'm
going
gonna tell y'all the next single when we're off the air.
Okay, good.
And I
Alright.
want to hear your thoughts
It could
behind
be.
it.
It could be so many things.
Thank
so I'm
you.
so excited.
Yeah, I think I have my next single planned, but there's also a moment for what the fans really want.
Sure.
And we're trying to like figure out what that looks like.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It's good that you're not being rigid about it then.
Yeah,
It's good
I'm
that you're
not.
being yeah.
I'm really not.
Has that ever happened in the past, like where one song, because I have to tell you, I put on my story the other day, Just Tell Me You Love Me. I was like, this album, like revisit it.
you.
Because I was revisiting it, and the number of people that responded being like, daddy issues.
Oh my God,
Like
yes.
that song has its grips in people even all these
Thank
years
you.
later. Like have the fans' response ever fully dictated a single choice?
Yes.
It has happened.
Yes. I would say like Give Your Heart a Break.
Really?
Was
That one
really
too.
that one too. Like I didn't actually want to release that as a single. I was like, it's a cute pop song, but like I don't know that I want to go and promote Give Your Heart a Break as like my single. Like
then you have to do it all the time.
you have to do it all the time. And I was like, I don't know that I feel super strongly about this, but the fan reaction was really great. And so we were like, let's try it. And it ended up being my first like big radio song.
Wow.
So really glad that I went with that one.
Sometimes it's worth it to listen to, I guess, what a lot of people who are ostensibly going to be the people listening are
Right.
saying.
Yeah.
But daddy issues though, I mean, no one's ever wailed. No one's ever wailed on the word therapy.
Yeah,
Quite like you.
that vowel is insane
Thank
to
you.
belt.
I have to go back and listen to it. I haven't heard it in so long.
You'll be proud of yourself.
Thank you.
It
Sure.
really was. it's like you don't expect it to go there either, and so when it does, you're kind of like, it's that thing we said earlier of like, I'm laughing because I didn't expect that to be the hit, but also like, real.
Yeah.
We all have them.
We got him.
This has been a spectacular episode.
It's over?
It's
No!
You technically
just
had to
broke
go
my
at
heart.
6, and now we're at 6:15.
We're keeping you.
Because you're going to watch What Happens Live, right?
I am.
That's going to be fun.
We haven't even talked Salt Lake City.
We have to!
Stay for 10.
Okay.
Quick thoughts. Hopes and dreams going into the scene. We haven't tonight. As of this recording, this new season will be airing.
Have been out.
Will have been out, but we have not seen them yet. What are you thinking?
What's your vibe?
What's
on
your
the
vibe?
ladies?
I love all of them.
Yes,
I have my opinions about all of them.
of course.
Do you keep them close to the
I
chest?
keep them close to my chest. I don't want to be mean, but like we have opinions.
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
we do.
They're
Present.
Yes, but I will say that I met Meredith Marks at the Paper Magazine party.
Yes.
She was so fab.
Yeah, she is
Gorgeous.
fab. She's a friend of the
Gorgeous.
show. Yeah.
Love her.
Yeah.
And I'm meeting Angie K tonight, which I'm
We are
so excited
You have
about.
to tell Angie that you were with us today.
I will.
Because actually her first Watch What Happens Live,
Was with
Bowen
me.
was on with her.
Oh, okay.
And it was a really special moment because she was so nervous, and I was just there to like,
Yeah.
just kind of like calm her down, and like I think we formed like a lifelong connection.
She still says that. She's like, I'm
good.
so happy you were my first time. She's gonna be so excited it's you.
I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
Yeah.
I feel like I hope she's wearing her sunglasses.
Yes.
I think it's a high
Probability.
Yeah,
that she'll
yeah,
be
yeah.
wearing something amazing.
Incredible.
But it's
yeah.
tough to be both an Angie stan and a Meredith stan. Because you know
It's
you're
hard
like
sometimes.
these are, but those are the reason those two work as like rivals is because they're just equally beloved, and you are just kind of like they're both iconic.
But I feel like no matter who's fighting, like I have a different favorite every week.
Sure.
You know what I'm
totally.
saying? Like it changes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're all fighting with each other.
I mean, it's like 5 episodes in a row. I'll be like, I'm Whitney Rose. I'm writing so hard for Whitney Rose. And then there'll be a 6th episode, I'll be like, Whitney Rose, take a seat. And then the next episode, I'll be like, Whitney Rose.
Love her.
You'll see now that because we've met them a few times because we're around the same stuff, like often with the Bravo and everything.
Yes, they're amazing.
Once you meet them, it becomes incredibly hard to form like a critical opinion of them.
That's
Because you're like,
what I'm
that's my
saying.
friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like now I feel like I'm gonna have this connection to them, and I can't say my opinions that I may have had when I first watched the show. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, That's why I don't want to like say any of my opinions that
No,
I had because
totally.
I don't. You know what I
Well,
mean?
also, I'm sure Andy's going to ask you about them tonight.
He will, and
But
I don't know
you'll
what to
have
say. I'm so
evade.
nervous.
Yeah, I know.
But I think they also understand that they're being put on the spot, and like we don't hold it
Yes.
against them. Like, I've said things in the past about certain housewives who like have since been like, oh, totally, it's fine. Like I get it, we're on a TV show.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
So
That's
it's all good.
I mean, it was like the start of a beautiful relationship we now have with Lisa Rinna.
Oh,
Because
nice.
one time we were on Watch What Happens Live and they were asking about Rinna, and I was just like, ugh, I wish she wouldn't do this. And she got in the DMs and she was like, hey, I didn't like that comment. And I was like, Lisa, I only made it because I feel like I know you parasocially, and I
Yes.
apologize. I was like, you are right. I was out of line, etc. She came to our Cultural Awards, crushed. Now we're friends. She's been on the show.
Oh,
Love
that's
her.
amazing.
Love her.
That's great.
So it had a happy ending.
Well,
Okay,
thank
good.
you for staying these extra
Thank
few
you.
minutes.
Just to get out Salt Lake talk.
Yes.
You need to get Meredith to send you Brooks Marks.
Oh my God, I
the
need a
sweatsuit is
tracksuit.
everything.
I need a tracksuit.
It's
I
really
met
good
Brooks
quality.
too. He was so sweet.
Yeah,
best.
he's
Yeah.
great. But that tracksuit is comfy.
Yep.
And for my gay guys out there, it like lifts and it like gives you like it's really
boost.
it looks good in your ass. Just saying. Brooks Marks knows something. I guess that'll be my last thought on the Demi Lovato episode. We love you. Congratulations.
Love you too. Thank you
This
for
is
having me. This was
great.
so fun.
Biggest fans.
We end every episode with a song. The song of the summer. I wanna go fast. I wanna go hard. I wanna go anywhere you are. And if you want to hear that song much better, stream the album and the single. Go forth. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Las Culturistas is a production by Will Ferrell's Big Money Players and iHeartRadio podcasts.
Created and hosted by Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang. Executive produced by Anna Hosnier and Hans Sani.
Produced by Becca Ramos. Edited and mixed by Doug Babe and Monique Laborde.
And our music is by Henry Kapersky.